I mean, I guess I've known for a while that I wanted to resign, but so once that came up, it was kind of like yeah, let's get it done. Make you feel like family. You want to be around them. You want to have that type of character around you and your family. So it's fun out there to play, which is big for me. I don't know about other people, but having fun playing, I feel like it's huge. But man, they just make the game so easy. They're ultimate professionals. They come every day to put the work in, and not just that, but help the people around them get acclimated. Like myself on this team, man, people really want to be the best that they can.
Jrue, first off, congrats on everything. We'll start with, what has Milwaukee and this organization shown you in less than 6 months that moved you to make the decision that you did?
One was just how diligent they were in the process of being traded and moved from one place to another. Again, me having I think like a 3-week-old, 4-week-old, and then making that as easy as possible. And then honestly, it was probably the first call that I got. Them being super transparent, talking about that they want me here and they want me to be here for a long time. That they love my game and that they appreciate everything I did, even off the court. So it really made it seem like they wanted me here. And then the team, man, not just on the court, but off the court, how my teammates, how they are, just great people, make you feel like family. You want to be around them. You want to have that type of character around you and your family. So, yeah, man, they made it an easy decision.
And talk about big weeks. You have this, and then you earn Eastern Conference Player of the Week, first time in your career. I know you have lofty aspirations, but what does this recognition mean to you?
Didn't know I didn't know that happened. So cool. I mean, honestly, just it's a testament to my team and what we've been doing. I think that they make it easy for me to play. It's fun out there to play, which is big for me. I don't know about other people, but having fun playing, I feel like it's huge. But man, they just make the game so easy. I kind of just get to go out there and show off and do what I do. So it's been fun playing.
Eric, name.
Hey, Jrue, congrats. For you, I mean, my Twitter, my stories, everything was people ask me, hey, when's Jrue going to sign? When's Jrue going to sign? So I can't imagine you had to go through that same thing. But from your perspective, what was this process like of getting an extension done in the middle of the season?
It's pretty easy. I'm not sure we really talked about it until last week. And then I'd probably say it took a couple of days, but you had to dot the I's, cross the T's, and then got it done. So it's fairly easy. I don't think it was too complicated.
All right, that's kind of what I figured. And then I guess just, from the outside, you can see what the Bucks were about. But now that you've been on the inside, just what has it been like to play with Giannis and Khris and all these guys and kind of see what they've been doing at the top of the Eastern Conference for the last couple of years?
Yeah, it's it really is amazing to see, and you can see why they do so well, why they're so successful. They're ultimate professionals. They come every day to put the work in, and not just that, but help the people around them get acclimated, like myself, or even the young guys. Watching film with them, I see either Mamadi watching film with Giannis or Jordan Ward watching film with Khris, and it's like those are things that leaders do, and for them to do that and to be here and still want to win and know that we have this chance of winning is very encouraging. And again, just something I want to be a part of.
Does it mean something to you that you kind of get to do that with guys? Like, I don't know if Donte's your guy on film. I'm assuming that's kind of who you may have gotten paired up with a little bit, but like, do you take, like, is that fun for you? Like, to know, like, hey, I get to come to see, man, I get to have that role too.
It is fun. You kind of watch film with at least for myself, with whoever. I might be watching myself and Donte sits behind me. So I'm talking to him, trying to see what he thinks. Khris is kind of over to the side of me, so I'm asking him questions too. But that's just the fun part about basketball. Sometimes when, you have seasons where basketball isn't as fun as it should be. But on this team, man, people really want to be the best that they can. And I feel, again, that's like super encouraging, and just knowing that, like, people here want to win and they take that super seriously.
Jim Ozarski.
Hey, Jrue. Just to clarify, so you didn't really, as far as you know, you guys didn't really talk about any of this until just last week?
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't even. Yeah. I don't know why or whatever, but yeah, I think it literally happened. I think it took a couple days to really figure out. So
okay.
Yeah, too complicated.
So I mean, this is not your first deal, and I know as a veteran, you've seen teammates, maybe yourself, your first contract extension. There's could be a different headspace. Did that help at all? Like, you had a player option. You've been through this. Because I know some guys it's different, right? If they're thinking about the next contract that's coming. Did that help at all? Just your experience with it at all, and just not really clearly being very too concerned about when or how it might get done.
Yeah, I wasn't too concerned about when or how it get done. I was more so about this team and what I could bring to this team, and especially in the beginning, seeing if I fit in with this team that won 60 games and has done great things. So again, that happened quickly, and from there, I mean, I guess I've known for a while that I wanted to resign. But so once that came up, it was kind of like yeah, let's get it done.
Right. Well, along those lines, I mean, I think what we had asked you about, fitting in with Khris and Giannis, and this is to knock the rest of the squad, but the guys who are clearly under contract for the next 4 or 5 years, how important is that? Like you mentioned fit, but just also thinking, okay, 4 years down the line, it's not just your family in Milwaukee, but it's like your basketball family. I'd imagine that was a big deal to know that your games all did kind of come together this nicely, this quickly.
Yeah, I think that building together is something that's important to me. Being able to know that it's not just 1 year that we get to try to like figure this out or do whatever, that there's going to be consistency. For me is huge. So that was definitely encouraging. And then maybe even a couple more guys we can try to keep like Donte. So again, he's probably my favorite player on this team. But I think to have that and to be able to build together over years is something that you see, and you've seen teams do it. I mean, we're in Golden State, and they built together for so long, and they won together for so long that I feel like it kind of came to a point where they're just this well-oiled machine, and they knew each other and they knew how things were going to go. So yeah, I feel like that's what I want to be a part of.
Thank you.
Steve McGargy.
Congratulations. I was just wondering, you had talked about you knew from the first call that this might be something you'd wanted to do. I assume you're being the first call right after they acquired you. I was just wondering if you could go into that conversation, who talked to you, what was said that made you realize this might be a place where you want to stay long term.
Yeah, it was me, my wife, my agent, John. I think it was John and Bud, maybe Milt, but I think it was John and Bud. And when John got on the phone, it was like ecstatic. Like he was so happy. And I feel like when you can tell when somebody's like super excited or happy about something, and you could hear it in his voice. And at that point, I'm like, man, like, dude he really wanted me to be here. And I mean, I'm really not the type to like be wooed and all that. I don't need to be courted or whatever, but it felt good to feel appreciated. It felt good to feel wanted. So, yeah, from the beginning, I was like, man, they're serious about what they're saying. So I really appreciate that.
I remember when you talked to us before the season, you thought you would fit in pretty well with this team. But now that you've been here a few months, just what's the biggest thing that's kind of surprised you about the atmosphere, just what it's like to be a Buck?
That's it. I would say that it's different from any organization that I've been with. Again, the way that they treat you, just kind of how they move, how they carry themselves. It's kind of to my demeanor too, where it's not super flashy. We're about the work and getting our work in and then showing it on the court. So I feel like I fit here pretty well.
All right, great. Thanks, Jrue. Appreciate your time.
Thanks.